What up, baby bubs? Purple Havarti here, man. YouTube's first influencer. I'm back at it again, man. Making another video. Songs that made me love the artist. Part 9. Man, I'm just gonna jump into it. Coldplay. Coldplay has been in my life forever. Feels like they've been a band since I was just super young. I can remember back in high school having an art class and listening to Coldplay. They would play their song constantly on the radio, and I kind of, have memories of art and Coldplay together. The art class was fun. Teacher let us draw whatever. He said, hey man, just go out there, have fun, kids. And we did. I used to draw portraits of myself. Maybe I was just a narcissist. Maybe I was just super into myself. But I could remember on the radio they would constantly play The Scientist would come on constantly in my place. It never made me really want to listen to the band at that time. I don't know why. Man, High School Musical was weird, man. I just didn't like music like that. I wouldn't say I hated music, but I just didn't really seek it, look out for it. I wasn't playing any instruments. I wasn't doing anything. As you guys probably know by now, I'm a retared musician, retired SoundCloud rapper too. I keep that one low key. Luckily I was in SoundCloud rap in 2015 before the big boom, face tattoos. I don't have any, luckily. But you never know, you never know what's hiding under here. Maybe I do have a couple of tattoos. I want to keep it spontaneous between me and you guys, But yeah, man, Coldplay just seems like they've always been around, doing their thing. I can remember them constantly winning awards, Grammys, especially when Viva La Vida came out. Yeah, it wasn't until I got out of high school, I think I was starting to get into music a lot more. And one day I just saw the album cover of Parachute, and I can remember just thinking, damn man, this cover looks so cool. Coldplay, I've heard them constantly. I had nothing bad to say about them. I thought In My Place Scientist was really good, so I was like, you know what, I need to check this out. Crazy thing is, a lot of people seem to remember when they listened to Yellow for the first time. I can't even remember when that song came out on the radio. I never listened to it personally on the radio. I think at the time I was probably listening to 50 Cent. I was probably listening to The Chronic around that time. I was just more into that sort of hip hop stuff, mainly because my older brother, he would put me on to, hip hop music more than anything else, R&B. Coldplay, and even rock in general is kind of new to me, that kind of rock. But I could just remember, Coldplay gets a lot of hate. They do. They get a lot of hate, but to me, when they're good, they're outstanding. And I can just remember I got super into them, and I remember Milo Xylophone was coming out at the time, and I was super into the whole vibe. I was excited, listening to Paradise. I thought, man, they're back. They're killing it. To be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of Viva La Vida myself. I thought it was an okay album. Anyways, before all that, I listened to Parachute, and I thought some of the songs were great, but I thought this song was the best, and it kept me going, and it really made me appreciate the band, really look into the band a lot more. And yeah, the song is Shiver by Coldplay off their first album, Parachutes. So amazing, and I can't wait to listen to it again. I haven't heard it in quite some time, and I'm watching the video right now, and Chris Martin just looks so young in this, and they all just look so young and so indie, at this time. I think they were just barely signed to their major labels, so yeah, let's check it out. What a way to start the song off, just super strong instrumental right off the bat. Chris on acoustic, and then you got the guitar really singing the whole melody and giving a great lead, man. Dun, 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 dun. It's really good, man. I don't know if at one point I knew how to play this song, but I doubt that I did. And the drummer's just really doing a great job. He comes in with a strong fill, and he's very crafty with it. And my speakers suck, so I can't really hear the bass, which sucks because I love bass, and I'm sure he's doing this thing on it as far as I could remember. But yeah, man, great start. Great instrumental already, very passionate, and it's a high intro, man. Like them old school YouTubers back in the day when they have those loud ass intros in the beginning to get your attention, man. This feels like that, and I like it. It's really well recorded and very well mastered, and it just sounds great, man. Let's hear what happens next. Straight through me, don't you? Yeah, man. So he goes into Chris. Was that just Chris and the guitar, really? And the drums. I love the drum work on the song. Is really good, man. I totally forgot how good it is. I mean, he's kind of just doing the snare, a rim shot, and it's really working well because Chris's voice is so powerful with just the acoustic guitar. I do like that they added a little electric breakdown part. The electric guitar sounds great too. I love the effects. I mean, there's stuff like this that really reminds me Coldplay did sound like U2 at one point. A lot of people think they sound like Radiohead here. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care for Radiohead as much as, you know, their fan base. Their fan base is freaking crazy. Like, I can't believe some of the stuff their fans, you know, say. And their fans are known to diss Coldplay a lot, and I don't fuck with that at all. Like, you can't really diss Coldplay. Yes, they might be a watered down version of your favorite band, but this sounds so fucking good, man. It's hard to deny this. Anyways, I'm going on a rant, but the thing is, man, Chris Martin sounds fantastic on the vocals, and sometimes I wish they still made music just like this. And, you know, he sounds passionate behind the words that he's saying. Yeah, this song is really Chris flexing his singing. And that's the thing I feel like Coldplay's kind of lost is Chris Martin flexing that singing that he does. And I wanted you to say, really changing up his vocals. Later on, of course, you know, this whole band moved into the pop sphere and they can't really play around like that. But man, when they do, they're flexing on this album. They're really good musically, and Chris is killing it, man. I'm starting to remember why I really got into this band. I mean, this song just sounds freaking good, man. When he's hitting those high notes, I mean, he does it a lot in Yellow, but with this, you know, he's hitting those subtles and then he hits you with the high notes, so out of nowhere, and it's really very good, man. The song title suits itself. Like, I think when I first heard the song, I got, you know, goosebumps. I got shivers because it's so good and it's so relatable. I mean, Chris is kind of like, I'll always be waiting for you. You know, this is my final chance of getting you. I think when I first heard the song, I'd just gone through a breakup, heartbreak kid, you know, and I was just like, man, I'll always be waiting for you. Such a lover boy, such a, you know, such a silly guy in love. You know, they were young like me probably at that time, going through maybe their first heartbreak, and yeah, it's very relatable. Love the guitar work, man. I forgot the guitarist's name, but he is killing this. Yeah, man, Chris is just, he's just speaking to your broken-hearted soul, and he's singing it very well. Can't believe it, man. This is really good music, and yeah, man, it really made me love this band, man. It made me dig deeper into them, and Parachute is full of, like, really great songs in there. It's a great album to introduce anybody into Coldplay. I think, you know, A Rush of Blood is fantastic, too. You know, that was my real introduction to Coldplay, was A Rush of Blood, and when I heard this, it honestly made me think that I could, you know, make music, that it's possible to make music, because it was just four dudes and they were just all playing music. It made me feel like it was possible to make pop music with guitars and stuff, because they were making the best pop music at the time. You know, Yellow, The Scientists, Clocks came out as well, and In My Place came out too. This song, it sort of felt like dance music was taking over. It felt like so much other music was really in the forefront, hip hop, and it always felt like rock was going to be in the back front, but Coldplay brought that heat, man. They brought it to pop. Shivers was the song that made me love this band. You know, let me know in the comments what song it was that made you love this band. If it was a later song, if it was, you know, an earlier song, Coldplay, you know, love this, man. Love Shivers. Let me know. Coldplay, songs that made me love the artist. Shiver. It's stuff, man.